And welcome everyone to a Katz chat here with the Missouri Valley Conference. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Brian Wardle. The Bradley Braves are 2 games out from Drake, right in the thick of this race. And guess who they play on Sunday? Drake. Already played once, about a 7-point game. So, with that as sort of the backdrop, where is this team in terms of its readiness to take on the first place Drake Bulldogs?
Oh, we're ready. I mean, they're eager. I can tell right out of the get-go after the win Wednesday night. They were ready to go. They were already talking about the game. So we got to come in with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder. And now we're hunting. We're not being hunting, we're hunters. So we got to come in there with an aggressive attack mentality right from the jump. And the first game, I give Drake a lot of credit. Their bench scored 44 points. They were tremendous. The guys off the bench played really well. It was a very close game to up until the last minute where they got it up to 6-7. But we uh, we did some good things in that game, but we just turned the ball over, Andy. I mean, 17 turnovers, and they stole it from us a bunch of times. They got a bunch of steals just in the passing lanes. They're really active. They're really good defensively. I mean, elite defensively. And so you got to take care of the ball against them. I think that's critical. And then you got to adjust to their pace. They're a low possession team. They're extremely efficient. Sturts is playing at an extremely high level right now. I don't know if there's a many guards in the country better in the pick and roll and making decisions off ball screens. I mean, he's tremendous decision maker at finding the open man and reading the defense. So you got to really be disciplined and you got to be on point and you kind of got to change some things up on him a little bit. Try to keep him on his toes a little bit because if he gets comfortable, he's going to pick you apart and score. I mean, he's averaging 25 and 6 assists in the last 5 games. So and shooting at a high percentage. So we got our hands full, but we're excited. We're excited to compete, and we got to go in there and put together a 40-minute game.
We talk about this every year, it feels like with Bradley. You do a great job of getting your team ready for March and the Arch. Um, with this group, again, you started to get better and better and better. Maybe a little minor hiccup with the three
Right,
game slide, which pretty much almost every major league, top 12 league, you're going to go through that.
right.
What were you most pleased with in the way they came out of that the last couple of games?
The seniors. I mean, it comes down to it. We have 4 seniors that are core to this team, and just their started smiling more. I mean, Andy, when you go through a little rut as a coach, you do all kinds of different things to help your players find their rhythm and their confidence and their timing again. And whether it's motivational videos, articles, one-on-one meetings, more film sessions, getting in the gym and just shooting extra. The best thing that our seniors did is they just started to get more reps in. They put the work in. They didn't hang their head. They showed up. They put the work in, and they got themselves out of it right away. And just smiling and my big thing is like let's enjoy this down the stretch. Let's play. Let's smile more. Let's have more touches as a team, whether it's hugs or daps, whatever it is. Let's just really enjoy each other down the stretch and play with some joy, so that we can see where we can go with this. Because I do think that when you're the preseason rankings, I don't care much about. Obviously, most coaches would say that and players,
Right.
but there's a lot of pressure on our guys to be very good this year. And we were 18-3, 9-1. We were rolling, and we just hit a lull offensively, and we struggled. And the seniors kind of all struggled at the same time, unfortunately. But now I feel like we got our mojo back a little bit, our swag back, and so we just got to keep building off that.
Duke Dean, this is not, maybe it's more the norm in the Valley or other leagues, but the fact that you've got a transfer, JC Troy comes last year and stays. Um, how critical was that to have someone that you could count on, that you could trust back for that second season with him?
Oh, you need those guys like Duke Deans for when adversity hits your season, for what we just went through. High character men that pick their chin up, work, have a great attitude, and they know eventually they're going to get out of it and help their teammates out of it. And Duke Dean's a winner. He wins. I don't care what he will do for your program. He walks in your doors, your office doors, he is instantly making your program better and bringing winning intangibles every day. And so never worry about that young man. But getting him back is huge. I think that's what our level has to do. The Valley, the 10th ranked league in the country. It's like you got to try to retain your top, out of your top four players, if you can retain two out of them, three out of them, you have a chance. But it's very, very important. And I just think Peoria loves him. He is a fan favorite. The community loves him. Everybody loves Duke, and I think that had a lot to do with it too. And obviously, we have a lot of seniors in the locker room. Some don't play, but they're just great core guys that he's close with that bring a ton of value. And so it was big to get him and Darius back, but it's going to be hard to do, every year.
Right.
But you got to try to enjoy the years you have them.
Drake, Bradley, Northern Iowa, Belmont, could be others. Um, how are you sizing up how competitive, how challenging Arch Madness is going to be?
Well, it always comes down to matchups in that, and I'm a big believer in. There's certain teams that we match up better with, and that probably Drake would say they match up better with in Northern Iowa. But so you don't know how the brackets are going to flow, but you got to just stay true to your identity. Annie, we were talking about the identity and keeping it because that's what's going to win you is discipline, um, smart basketball at Arch Madness, and staying true to who you are for those days. And that's, I think, why we've won it a couple times, but we've been to the championship a lot. We've made it to Saturday a lot. Is we've tried to stay true to who we are and just try to be the best version of us, no matter who we play in those three games. But matchups do help. And if we can get the right matchups, I like our chances. And I'm sure there's probably three or four or five other teams that are saying the same thing.
Well, we love the matchup Sunday. Should be a
Yeah.
great one between Drake and Bradley. Brian, appreciate your time down the stretch here in the final couple of weeks of the season.
No, thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.